All right. Good evening and welcome to the third ever Utopian All-Nighter. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. Let's see if the regular crowd shuffles in. There's not an old man sitting next to me, just a caramel coffee Coca-Cola. So we're going to be here for as long as we want. So the purpose of tonight, the regular season commences tomorrow. So we've got 7 games tonight, 6 of which have an impact on the postseason. So we're going to start the all-nighter tonight. I don't even want to call it a show. We're just hanging out. I have nothing planned. I have nothing scripted or lists or any. I don't have any scheduled guests. I'm going to just let you know what the day games looked like. And then we're going to actually simulate all the night games together. So I don't know what's happening with the night games. I haven't chosen dates yet. I haven't done any shuffling. We're going to do that together, hopefully tonight. So let's hang out. Now, the first one of these we did lasted like 2 hours. I think we had 2 guests. And then the last one we did, I think we went about 4 hours. And was that the night you guys all saw my ass? Or was that another show? I had to like take it down and restart it. I forget what that was, but it's not going to happen tonight. But we could go all night. I have nothing planned tomorrow. I did enter into a lottery for three entries into a lottery for Brewer tickets for tomorrow. So I have a chance to win 2 or 4 tickets if I get chosen twice, I suppose, because it's based on Twitter accounts, and I have 3 Twitter accounts. So I might be winning Brewer tickets tomorrow. But again, we're here. If you want to appear on the air with me tonight, let me know, and I'll send you an invite. If you want to give me updates for the Brewers and Mets, I know they're still going on, and I promised 9 o'clock, so we're going to do 9 o'clock as I promised. But before we get into the day results, let me update my spreadsheet. The Xbox game earlier today, the Yankees did beat the Blue Jays 5-2. So the Blue Jays lead coming into tonight in the East is a half a game over Boston. Boston right now is at home playing the Nationals. If Boston wins, they're tied with the Blue Jays heading into the last day of the season. If the Nationals win tonight, they're the wild card, and then the season would be over for the Phillies and the Mets. So, just updating my spreadsheet with today's Yankees Blue Jays game. Andy Pettitte was the winner today. R.A. Dickey was the loser. Home runs today from Aaron Judge, Babe Ruth, Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Lourdes Gurriel Jr. So I'm just updating that right now. And then we're going to get to all the day games from this morning. We had 8 other day games. We're going to get to those one at a time. And then our main event is we're going to simulate all the 7 night games tonight together. So Andy Pettitte was the winner for the Yankees today. He finishes the season 13-9. And R.A. Dickey was the loser. His regular season record ends at 9-12. It's yet to be determined if he'll pitch in the postseason. He won't be the starter if the Blue Jays play on Wednesday. That much we know. So just updating the stats here. Babe Ruth hit his 23rd homer today. Aaron Judge with his 6th. Ruth, of course, would get more at-bats during the regular season. Vlad Guerrero hit his 18th homer of the year. And Gurriel Jr. Hit his 3rd. His was a pinch hit job. And the Yankees won their 8th straight in beating the Blue Jays today. All right, so let's get to the early stuff today. Now, we actually have a comment here. Greg Fokker says, "Good evening, Joey." Good evening, Greg. Hey, Greg, remember John's son from Brown Deer? I saw him at the Brewer game last night. He was with Phil. John's son from Brown Deer High School. So our NBC game of the week, our final one of the week was the Phillies and Orioles. Now, just to paint a picture here, the Phillies needed to win today to stay alive in the East. The Orioles had nothing really to play for, but they were commemorating the 1983 World Series. So we're going to get to that game first. And for Phillies fans, sadly, the Phillies season comes to an end today as the Orioles win 4-3. Brooks Robinson with a third inning solo homer and a walk-off RBI double in the ninth as the Orioles do eliminate the Phillies from playoff contention. Darren Dalton with a double, triple, RBI, and 2 runs scored. So again, the Phillies are eliminated. Now what that means is coming into today's action, and these were both night games, the Mets at Expos and the Nationals at Red Sox. If the Nationals beat the Red Sox tonight, the Mets are eliminated. If the Mets lose, the Nationals back in. So we're going to actually do those 2 games last because I'm anticipating that as well. I have no idea what's going to happen. Of course, I'm wearing my Mets shirt, my Mets hat. I hope. Look, I'm a fan. I created this, but I'm a fan. And when I see the results pop up from the shuffle, I get excited or I sleep a lot. And I want to get excited. So we're going to save those 2 for last tonight. But unfortunately for Phillies fans, the Phillies have been eliminated. So the other games we're going to get to right away. We had 3 day games in the North, which had no bearing on the postseason. Actually, all of the day games except for Phillies Orioles had no bearing on the postseason. So we're going to get to those right now. The Reds beat the Pirates 4-2. The Reds became the first team, and there's my typo there, first team to win 96 games in the regular season. The Dodgers led the league last year with 95. Reds win today 4-2. Johnny Vandermeer, complete game 3-hitter, 7 strikeouts. Chris Sabo with 2 hits and an RBI as the Reds win. Johnny Vandermeer finishes the regular season 15-10. Jamison Talion takes the loss. He's 11-8. No homers hit in this game as the Reds beat the Pirates. They'll play tomorrow, of course. Let's actually bring up a preview of what the pitching matchup is going to look like tomorrow. So it's not Smokey Joe because he actually pitched Friday. So it looks like the Pirates are going with John Smiley versus Johnny Cueto tomorrow. So and the reason Cueto is pitching is the Reds will not be playing Wednesday because they're not in the wild card. They're in the Division Championship Series, which is going to kick off on Friday. So Greg says, go Brewers. Yeah, Greg, keep me updated on the Brewers and Mets if you can. And speaking of the Brewers, in the Utopian, the Brewers won their 8th straight today, 5-3 over the Cubs. Paul Molitor tied it in the 9th with a 2-run homer, and Prince Fielder hits a 2-run double in the 10th to give the Brewers their 8th straight. So the Brewers and Cubs are tied going into the last day of the season for last place. The winner tomorrow takes 7th place. That's good news for Brewers fans. We were talking about a month ago, does Craig Counsell return for season 3 in the Utopian? And maybe the Brewers are fighting for his job here as they've now won 8 straight games. They finish their season tomorrow at Wrigley Field. It's all day games tomorrow. If we do have an Xbox presentation later, it's just seen on the network delayed because for the story that we're telling, all the games tomorrow are at the exact same time, 2 o'clock. So Greg says 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th, Brewers. All right. So I'm having some issues. I love working at Dollar Tree, but the batteries there are pretty shitty. If I'm being honest, Mr. Dollar. I'm talking to the owner right now. The batteries are bad. The popcorn's great. And, if you get a Coke there, you're buying a Coke. If you get a Pepsi, it's a Pepsi. It's good. The batteries aren't really that good. The other final in the North this afternoon, the White Sox beat the Twins 2-1. Robin Ventura with a walk-off infield single ended this game. Walter Johnson pitched for the Twins, went 8 innings, struck out 4. He ended the season with 207 strikeouts. Coming into tomorrow, that's actually second in the universe. Smokey Joe Williams is 217. Walter Johnson at 207. Warren Spahn's at 207. He's pitching tomorrow for the Braves. And that could be a, winner-take-all game for the South. So no matter what happens tonight, Spahn is going to start tomorrow. So we've got 2 more games in the South and 2 more games in the West, and then we start our simulation for the night games. So let's actually look at the West. The Diamondbacks beat the Giants today 5-2. Fleet Walker 2 for 2 with a walk, 2 runs scored. Luis Gonzalez went 2 for 3 with a run scored. Chris Young hit his 11th homer of the year. Ian Kennedy, the winner, he's 12-11. John Montefusco takes the loss. He's 5-5. The A's beat the Rockies today 5-3. Todd Helton had 2 hits, including a solo homer. His batting average is .338 heading into tomorrow. That's just behind Wally Joyner. So we'll keep an eye on that tomorrow. It looks like it's going to come down to Joyner and Helton for the batting title. Matt Holliday hit his 20th homer today. Catfish Hunter, the winner, is 12-11. Jhoulys Chacin took the loss. He's 1-3. And Raleigh Fingers notched his 6th save for the A's. Cardinals beat the Rays for the second straight day, 3-1. Hilton Smith, who is in the running for the ERA title, pitched really well tonight. 8 innings, 3 earned, 6 strikeouts. With Jose Rio pitching yesterday, Hilton Smith finishes .01 behind Rio in the ERA chase. Now they're both behind Gibson. Gibson leads Rio by .03 heading into tomorrow. So, he could be a dick about it and say, I'm not going to pitch, and he's going to be the ERA champion. But this is the Utopian Baseball universe. Bob Gibson's probably going to go 9 tomorrow, knowing it's Bob Gibson. So we'll see. But Gibson right now leads it by .03. Gibson's at 2.6. I'm sorry, Gibson's at 2.58. Rio is at 2.61, and Smith is at 2.62. Those are the top 3 in the universe with 1 day left. And in Kansas City today, the Royals beat the Marlins for the second straight day, this time by a score of 5-3. Cool Papa Bell, who had a walk-off homer yesterday, pitched a complete game tonight in his first mound appearance in the universe, struck out 8, added a double, scored a run. Lorenzo Cain had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Alcides Escobar had 2 hits and 2 stolen bases. Levon Hernandez was the loser. He's 15-10. All indications are that Cool Papa Bell is going to win the Rookie of the Year in the Utopian Baseball universe, despite the Royals in last place. And the Royals were a first-place team last year. They go to last place this year. But Cool Papa Bell, he's going to finish with an average of, heading into tomorrow, .313. He leads the universe in stolen bases. He's 3rd in triples. He just pitched a complete game victory. How many home runs does he have? I think he's got close to 20 homers. Cool Papa Bell has 19 homers heading into tomorrow. He's going to play tomorrow too. So we haven't officially made any announcements yet, but Cool Papa Bell looking like he's going to be the Rookie of the Year in the Utopian Baseball universe, having a really good year. So that's it for the day games. The night games tonight, we're going to kick off with Detroit at Cleveland. Detroit at Cleveland is important because Addie Joss is pitching for the Indians and he's going for his 20th win. Then we have Durham at Houston, Atlanta at the Rangers, the Mariners at the Dodgers, the Padres at the Angels, Mets and Expos, and Nationals at Red Sox. So I'm going to do this a little bit differently. Instead of giving you a final and then a final and then a final, I'm going to actually give you one final, Detroit at Cleveland. We're going to do that first. And then I'm going to have you guys choose a date like we've done. And then we're going to hit shuffle, and I'm going to write everything out, but I'm not going to unveil it game by game. We're going to give updates for the next couple hours. So you're going to have to stick with me here. We'll give the first 3 innings of all 6 games. Then we'll give a 6th inning score, and then we'll give a final score. We're just going to spread it out because it's an all-nighter. Look, I've got goldfish. I've got cheesy pizza goldfish. I've got this bowl is full, and I've got 4 other bags in the kitchen. I've got 2 of these coffees. I've got a ton of water. I've got 4 Reese's peanut butter packs in the freezer. So we might go to like 4 a.m. And if anyone wants to go to White Castle tonight, I'll end the show right now, and I'll just make up some shit. If you want to go to White Castle, I'll pay you drive. I'm also, once again, in the running for some Brewer tickets for tomorrow. So I'm going to actually log on to Twitter and see how I'm doing. All right, where's my... All right, it's weird. I'm missing icons in my computer. So let me figure this out quick. What do you guys use for browsers? So I have Safari and Chrome and Firefox, and I use Chrome, but Chrome is somehow missing from my computer right now. I don't know why. Here it is. It's not missing. It's just labeled Google Chrome, and I was looking under C. So here we go. More comments rolling in. 9th, Brewers 2-1. Hater is in. All right, yeah, give me an update on that, Greg. Greg is a Safari user. I'm a Chrome guy. Logging into Twitter right now. Is it okay? Is it off-putting if I sip my beverage? You guys can enjoy a beverage too. I mean, if we were in the same room, we'd both be enjoying beverages. All right. Got my preview up here. Logging into the tweets. The only problem with having multiple Twitter accounts is I got to log in like 3 times. So, and then I got to remember what my handles are. All right, so they can't even find one account. Is it Utopian? Hardball? All right, I'm going to disappear from the screen here shortly. Utopian Baseball, why can't they find that? At Utopian Baseball. Enter my password. All right, well, I know my password. I'm not going to tell you what it is. There we go. I'm back. I think I'm back. All right, here we go. So now I'm logged into Twitter. I got my spreadsheet up. And we're going to do Tigers Indians. This is Jack Morris versus Addie Joss. Jack Morris was the most valuable pitcher in the universe last year, 17-4, ERA of 2.38. Addie Joss has had a fantastic year for the Indians. He's 19-8, ERA of 2.96. So we're going to do it. Let's do it. Greg, are you with me? Would you like to participate in the simulation? So if Greg, if you're there, just let me know if you want to participate. And I'm going to have you choose a date from history. Again, don't use January, February, March, November, December. Try not to use October too. There's not going to be a lot to pull from in October. Greg says yes. Greg wants in on this action. And again, I'm going to simulate Tigers, Indians, and then we're going to do the other 6 teams sporadically over the next couple hours. We're going to build suspense is what we're going to do. If you're watching this tonight and if you enjoy the content, bring a friend in, bring in your dad, bring in Greg Sr. Even don't tell me he's not on Facebook. You set up a Facebook account for him. All right? Bring in those nieces, Greg. Bring in those sisters. Bring in that Andre guy you keep talking about. I'm very sorry. I still don't remember him. I do remember John's son. He looks just like John's son from the 80s. I saw Phil last night too. Phil's wife, Erica, and then John has a wife who tried to tell us her name, and we weren't saying it properly, but we're going to work on that. We're going to practice tonight after the show. So the name of the show is The Utopian Baseball Universe Watches Joey Eat Snacks. That's the official name of this show. Just going to eat some snacks tonight. So, Greg, if you're with me, if you want to give me a date from history, and then while you're thinking of that, I'm going to make some birthday announcements that I forgot to do this morning. So, let's see. All right. So Greg has a date. We're going to use July 2nd, 2004, and we're going to get to that here shortly. What I'd like to do is wish Christine and JR a happy birthday. If you're watching, Christine and JR, happy birthday. We're going to do it formally on the page here. All right. So Greg has chosen July 2nd, 2004. Now, what that means, again, if you're new to the universe, is I'm going to go into July 2nd, 2004, and we're going to pick a box score from that day. July 2nd, 2004. All right. So we minimize. We pull. Volunteers lost tonight 38-14 in college footy, as my buddy Richie Lunt would say, except he's referring to soccer. But if I say the word soccer, that's not cool because it's real football, I guess is what they call it. All right. So as it relates, because right now I have 2 viewers. If you want to participate tonight, drop your name and you can be part of the simulation. Greg is here with me. Greg has chosen July 2nd, 2004. So there were 12 games on that day, and one of these 12 is going to be used for Tigers Indians tonight to see if Addie Joss gets his 20th win. Now, I will tell you 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. There were 16 games on July 12th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of the 16 games on that day were won by the home team. So that means Addie Joss has a 75% chance of the Indians winning. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that Joss wins. And this is the only game we're using July 2nd from. We're using tonight. We're using different dates for every game. We're hitting shuffle within a day for one, but we're not going to use the same date. We're doing it different tonight because we're stretching it out a little bit. So Greg, pick a number between 1 and 16, and then you will be determining Addie Joss's fate. Does he get win number 16? So 1 through 16, and then I will tell that story, and then we'll do the rest of the games here. All right, Greg chooses number 8. All right. I have to do my best job of not giving away the result. So like things you won't see me do tonight, like when we do the Mets game and I get that date number from you guys, I'm not going to make this face. I'm not going to make this face because it would give it away. All right. Greg is laughing via emoji. All right. All right. There's some interesting things happening within this box score, and I'll tell you all about it here shortly. Brewers win. Brewers beat the Mets in the Major League Baseball version of baseball. So the Mets are pretty much eliminated from the postseason, I believe. Brewers can clinch the division tomorrow. Facebook users in the building. He says, I feel your pain, but hey, the Mets could have the Cubs record. Yeah, I mean, look, it's I still enjoy. I don't get as caught up in wins and losses anymore. I just enjoy the experience. I think the Mets will be really good next year. You know, when you lose your best pitcher and your second best pitcher doesn't pitch all season, and the guy you traded for at shortstop struggles the first half of the season. And it was just a tough year. We're going to be back. I am sure of it. I'm sure of it. I mean, whether that turns into a World Series championship or not, that can never be known, but we'll see. So right now I'm simulating the Tigers and Indians. All right, so this is going to be the only game that we simulate all at once here. So I'm going to create a banner for it. Let's actually get rid of what we have now. I didn't create a bottom line banner. I think it would be too much work to create something like that now. So we're just going to update as we can on the screen. A lot of dead air as the sponsors cancel their commitments. All right, so here we go. Tigers and Indians. Addie Joss going for 20. Final score tonight, Cleveland 7, Detroit 5. Indians score in the 2nd and 4th. Tigers score in the 6th. Indians explode for 5 in the 6th. Addie Joss went 5 in the 3rd. Gave up only 3 hits, struck out 6. The Tigers would score 4 in the 9th. But it wasn't enough, as Addie Joss does indeed become the first 20-game winner in Utopian baseball universe history. 20-8, ERA of 2.89. It's pretty good. So Addie Joss enters the record books with the first 20-game season. Stan Phillips mentioned on the Utopian Cafe yesterday, Addie Joss passed away at age 31. And could have been a Hall of Famer. He was on the trajectory to do that. He threw one of the first perfect games in history, and now he's made history here in the Utopian, becoming the first 20-game winner as the Indians qualified for the postseason about a week ago. So if they can get a win on Wednesday, we're going to see Joss probably pitch game 1 on Friday because Feller's pitching the wild card game. So interesting turn of events as the Indians win tonight 7-5 with Addie Joss winning his 20th. Now, I know someone else is here. If you want the lady or gentleman or lady, I don't know, Facebook user, whoever made this comment, if you're still here, I would like you to give me a date from history. And this is going to be the date we use for the Bulls and Astros. Now, the Braves lead the Bulls by, I believe, 1 game. Danny Pearson. All right, Danny, give me a date from history. Braves lead the Bulls by 1 game. So this is going to be the date we use for the Bulls game. But we're not going to simulate it right away. We're just going to choose the game. I'm going to have all the results here. We're going to do that over the next couple hours. So Danny can give me a date for Bulls Astros. Now, again, if the Bulls win and the Braves lose, they're tied heading into tomorrow. If the Braves win and the Bulls lose, Braves win the division. And if they both win or both lose tonight, it's still a game. August 12th, 1957. Here we go. And again, I'm not going to give all the results right now. That's going to come later tonight, probably well after midnight. This is an all-nighter. I've got 2 kinds of soda. I've got 3 kinds of goldfish. I've got many, many Reese's peanut butter cups. I do not have a bed. It was supposed to come Tuesday. Then I got an alert that said it'd be coming today. It never came today. The status on Walmart.com says the same thing it did at 3:07 this morning. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I guess I'll keep an eye on that tonight. So we got August 12th, 1957. All right. So then what I do, and this is my process, I'm going to go to August 12th, 1957. We're going to see how many games were played on that day. And it looks like there were none. So there were no games on that day. So Danny, if you want to give me another date, you can use the same year, same month if you want, but there was no baseball on August 12th, 1957 for whatever reason. Remember, it was all pretty much East Coast back then, so it could have been just rain up the wazoo. Where is the wazoo? Is the wazoo the asshole? Greg, can you confirm this for me? Because I'm doing a show. I can't be Googling shit all night. Is the wazoo the bottom? All right, so Danny's going to get us another date here in a second. Because I've been using that phrase, since I learned it as a kid, my whole life, up the wazoo. And I don't know if it's dirty or not, but so we're going to try 8/13/57. And we did, in fact, have baseball on that day. So here we go. All right. So on that day, we had 9 games. So, Danny, I'm going to have you pick a number between 1 and 9. And that's going to be our Bulls-Astros result. And I'll share it throughout the show. We're just going to do slow reveals tonight. But I want to write everything first. Get my spreadsheets intact. All right, number 5. All right, interesting. Interesting indeed. But why? Why is it interesting? That's what the people want to know. All right. All right, so we're doing, again, Bulls-Astros right now. We're pulling from August 13th, 1957. All right. Computer kind of freezing up on me here. The computer is, I don't know, 12 years old. Going to replace this next year. All right. Greg Maternowski, if you're here. By the way, Greg is enjoying Snyder's Twisted Seasoned Pretzels. Seasoned meaning we added seasoning to them, or they're crafty. They've been in the league a long time. They're seasoned. Probably seasoning, I would guess. All right, Greg. Greg, give me a date from history. Greg Maternowski. We went to high school together. We met in the 8th grade. When I met Greg, he had a mullet, and I had long hair as well. And then he cut his hair, and then I cut my hair, and then we both gained about 150 pounds. All right, so Greg has thrown out the date 8/28/76. Now, unfortunately, Greg, we cannot use that because we used that earlier this year. I think you chose that day. That's the date Greg was born. That was the day 9 months after Greg's parents made beautiful, beautiful love. Greg was born, so we can't use that date, Greg. If you want to give us another one. It could be your first birthday. It could be the day you learned how to read. All right, Greg wishes to use September 29th, 2011. So let's see what we got here. We're doing the Braves Rangers now. And again, I'm not going to unveil any of this until we get everything, and then we're going to do slow reveals. All right, now I just screwed something up here. Give me a second. Again, I want to preface this by saying, if you're watching, this isn't a show. There's going to be a lot of gaps because a lot of typing. This isn't entertainment. We're just hanging out here. We're figuring out the end of the regular season. This is the second to last day of the regular season. We're simulating games. We're going to go as late as we need to. If I go a half hour straight of nobody watching this, then I will cut it short and we'll just get you some results all alone here on the network. But Greg has chosen September 29th, 2011, and that's what he'll get. Because Greg works hard. He works hard for his simulation. So you better treat Greg right. All right. Now, Greg, this happened earlier in the show. There were no games on September 29th, 2011. I think it's because I don't know why. Maybe the season ended early that year. But there were no games on September 29th. So if we could use another date, if you want to go earlier in the month, that's cool with me too. I don't really have any hard, fast rules here on the show. Just want you guys to enjoy the content. That's all. That's all. It's just about enjoying the time spent together, a shared experience, if you will. But no games on the 29th of 2011. So if you want to give me another date there, I'm going to enjoy some goldfish here. Cheesy Pizza Goldfish. Not an official sponsor, but if you want to throw some goldfish my way, I'm not going to stop you. All right. Greg chooses June 29th, 2011. All right. So we had a lot of games that day. We had 15 games. Greg, give me a number between 1 and 15. And this very well could determine the South Division with the Bulls and Braves separated by a game in the South. Greg, a number between 1 and 15. No decimals, no fractions. Don't fuck with me tonight, Greg. I'm not in the mood, okay? My feet hurt. Number 4. Number 4, as in Paul Molitor. Was anyone watching that Brewers game today? Like, I love Robin Yount. I love Paul Molitor. Robin Yount always sounds like my dad did when he picked us up for the weekend. Like, and if you know what I'm referencing here, he enjoyed a beverage every now and then. And Paul Molitor, I swear to God, fell asleep twice on the air tonight. He was like this. And then he was like, oh, I love him. I love him. All right, so here we go. Greg has chosen the number 4. Yount always sounds, that's what I'm trying to say. Yount always sounds drunk on the air. And I met Robin Yount once, and he didn't sound like that. So maybe just the idea of him being on the air makes him nervous, and he wants to calm down a little bit. But I always cringe. And I love the guy. I love the man. All right, here we go. Tonight's Braves Rangers game, 2 knuckleballers. Phil Niekro versus Charlie Huff. Ba 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 ba. Say a little prayer for you. There's going to be some bad singing tonight, and I apologize for that. Da, 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 da. Moon River. Moon River. Using the old fist dock. All right. That's a Fletch reference. A movie from the 80s. Chevy Chase in the building. All right. Alf. Ooh. That's Greg's favorite impression. Am I right, Greg? That's your favorite impression that I do? And it's not, I only just say those 2 words. I go, Alf. Ooh. And then some guttural, like he's getting like bad head. Oh my God. Like, we're going to get shut down. I gotta shut up. I have to shut up. All right. So we've got 2 of the 6 games that we're simulating, Greg and Danny have helped out with. So, Danny, if you're here, we're going to do the West now. We're going to do Mariners at Dodgers and then Padres Angels. Now, if the Dodgers lose, they're out. If the Padres win, they're in. They're separated by 2 games. One of those teams is going to play the Angels on Wednesday in the West wildcard. So we're going to do Mariners Dodgers here. So, Danny, if you can give me a date from history. And if there's anybody else here that wants to give out dates, let me know. This is an all-nighter. We're going to go for at least 3 hours tonight. I'm enjoying a Coca-Cola with coffee, caramel, and some cheesy pizza goldfish. I'll be leaving every now and then to use the restroom. Get another beverage, just live life. I got to live life too, 6969. I see what you did there, and I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so we're simulating the Mariners and Dodgers here, as Vin Scully would say, the Dodgers. All right, Danny, 12 games on June 9th, 1969. Give me a date here as we determine the fate of the Dodgers and the Padres here. 69 Mets. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I wish there was a sexual position called 86. Maybe we can figure that out tonight on the show. Again, I feel like we're going to get banned here, 4 days before the playoffs start. So we're using June 9th, 1969. A lot of jokes tonight. I like it. You gotta keep it fresh. Danny picks the number 6. All right. So Mariners and Dodgers. Pitching matchup in this game, by the way, as I update my spreadsheet. All right, here we go. Pitching matchup for this game is Chris Bosio versus Fernando Valenzuela. All right, that's no good. My spreadsheet just crashed, and that happens probably 2 or 3 times a day to me. The problem with it crashing is that sometimes it won't save what I just typed. So it might take me a second to redo some stuff. So I'll keep you entertained. Greg, do you want me to do any impressions? This might be some dead air here for a second here. My spreadsheet crashed right in the middle of typing up the Mariners and Dodgers. I will tell you that one of the second basemen in that game, either Brett Boone or Jackie Robinson, hit a solo homer in that game. Henninger. Number 1, 23,000, number 2, 14,000, number 3. It's been so long. He'd just come in, he'd give the math answers. Just get in and get out with those answers. He doesn't have time for this shit. Madlung. Phil was way better at Madlung. I'm not competing. I've actually wondered, and I know I probably used this joke in the past, but I wondered as Mr. Madlung got older if he just said, fuck it, I'm going to compete. I'm too tired to not compete anymore. I'm just going to start competing. Madeline had the bad breath, and so did Mr. Yankee. Those were two teachers that had just really, really fucked up breath. Greg, what did you, I mean, I know I'm putting you on the spot here. What did you think of my breath growing up? Did I have good breath? Did I have, indifferent breath? Was it fantastic breath? I'd be curious to know. I've always wanted to ask you that because I want to impress people with my breath. Greg never smelled my breath. All right. Well, I mean, I guess that's good. That means we weren't close enough. I wasn't like right in there saying, "Hey, Greg, do you want to go to a Brewer game tonight?" Hey. All right. All right, Danny Pearson in the building. Give me a date, Danny Pearson. We're doing Padres Angels here. Padres Angels. This is so funny. I don't know if you're being serious or not. Greg and I go back a long ways. I think Greg is genuinely amused. I don't know. I'm just trying to, it's an all-nighter. We're trying to stay up all night. Greg, you're welcome to come here. We can play some basketball tonight. We'll do an entire 64 team tournament if you want. Will we ever know what Joey's breath smells like? Well, there's only one way to find out. Greg was a Georgetown fan when we were kids growing up. So, Danny, if you want to give me a date, July 4th, 1951. Let's see if we've used it yet. We have not. I know back then they used to play a ton of games on that date. So we're doing Padres and Angels here. July 4th, 1951. Here we go. Wow, a lot of games that day. I think everyone played double headers that day. I've got 15 games, Danny. So give me a number between 1 and 15. This will be our Padres Angels simulation. Again, Padres up 2 on the Dodgers. So if the Dodgers lose or the Padres win, it's over and the Padres advance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Pitching matchup in this one is Randy Jones versus Jared Weaver. Now, interesting note, last year on the second to last game of the season on TBS's Saturday Night Main Event, the Padres beat the Mariners. Dave Dravecky threw a perfect game. The Padres ended the regular season tied with the Diamondbacks and played a game 157. So that perfect game basically launched them into the postseason. So it's interesting that on the second to last game of the year, the Padres also playing for something this year. So now that Padres Diamondbacks game technically wasn't a postseason game last year. It was a game 157, considered a regular season game, but there's just something about that last Saturday of the year where it means something for the Padres. So we'll find out tonight if indeed it did. I'd love to play music during this, but then YouTube would take it down for licensing, so I can't. That's why I'll just sing poorly, if you guys don't mind. I'll take requests all night too. If I don't know the song, I'll just improvise. I think that could be fun. Charles in Charge. Charles in Charge now, who should I do it as? Should I do an impression of someone singing Charles in Charge? Would that be more fun, or should I just sing the, boring syndicated version? Normal. Now there were two versions though. I'm gonna sing the goofier one. 2, 3, 4, do 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 do. A new boy in the neighborhood lives downstairs, and it's understood he's there just to take good care of me, like he's one of the family. Charles in charge of our days and our nights. Scott Baio in charge of our wrongs and our rights. And I want Charles in charge of me. Buddy Lembeck was his friend, kind of a goofball. If you were like me, my voice just cracked, you had a crush on that second daughter. And I want Charles in charge of me. Yeah. All right. I'm making Greg laugh tonight, and that's important, folks. You got to laugh. You got to laugh in this world. Laughing's important. It's very important that we laugh daily. All right. A lot of interesting developments so far, so I can't wait to share these. We got 2 games left now. All right. Now, again, we're going to do this honestly. I've been doing it honest all season. If I wasn't, the Brewers wouldn't be in 8th place. The Mets wouldn't be struggling to make it. We're going to do this honest. I forget whose turn it is. I think it's Greg's turn. Greg, we're doing Mets Expos right now, because I can't wait any further. Mets Expos, give me a date. Someone said I laughed at that video you had to post last night. Yeah, so the bet was if the Mets won, that my girlfriend's daughters had to join the universe, and if they lost, I had to say the Brewers were the better team. Now, we both got what we wanted, because Madison and Michaela joined the universe anyway. They were good sports, and I'm going to promote Michaela's Twitter, and I'm going to promote Madison's goings on. And I did the video anyway. So it was a fun night. My first game in 2 years. Tell a quick story here. I bought my girlfriend a hot dog, her daughter a brat. I had one of each, and then I got them each a soda. And when they rung it up and told me it was $43, I almost shit myself. Because it's been 2 years. I'm not used to spending $43 on anything in life. And $43 for, 2 hot dogs, 2 brats, and 2 sodas just blew my mind. So My girlfriend and I agreed last night. We're going to go to one game next year. The tickets are already paid for because each of us got vouchers for 2 tickets next year for loge or field seats. So tickets are paid for. We're going to each work one weekend a year, and we're going to put all that money towards that game. So I'm going to work a Friday shift, a Saturday shift, a Sunday night shift. She's going to work a couple shifts. All that money is going to go towards food and parking next year. So we're not going to even bat an eye at spending $43 on a half an inning of eats. All right, Greg chooses August 11th, 1999. All right, so here we go. This is Mets Expos, August 11th, 1999. This is going to be hard for me because if this pops up and we shuffle and the Mets win, it's going to be hard for me not to look excited. So I think I'm going to do one of these. It's because I can still, well, God damn it. All right. But now I can't see my fucking screen. All right. We'll figure this out. We'll figure it out. August 11th, 1999. All right, here we go. All right. I've decided I can't do this. I can't do this subjectively. Like, as soon as I see if they win or lose, you're going to get a live reaction. So I'll share. We're calling an audible right now. The other ones, I can mask my emotions. I can share those later. We're doing this right now. We have to do it now because I've been doing this now a year and a half. The Mets season is on the line right now. You're going to get a live reaction. So all right, Greg, pick a number between 1 and 15. I'm so nervous. Greg controls the fate of the Mets right now. Oh, I'm so nervous. He is making me sweat it. I'm going to check Twitter here quick. All right. So, Greg, I need you to pick a number between 1 and 15. And we're going to just reveal if the Mets won or lost right now because I can't hide the emotion. I just can't do it. And you're going to go a live reaction. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes! They win 9-7. Mets win 9-7. Now, it doesn't mean anything yet because if the Nationals win tonight, they make the playoffs. But the Mets win the game 9-7. Now, just proof that this isn't rigged, the games go from top to bottom, then left to right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm posting it right now, the proof that the 14th game was a win for the road team here. So this is my proof. Mets win 9-7 in Montreal tonight. So All right. So Mets win 9-7. We'll just go right into the box score here. Unbelievable game, by the way. Expos led this game 6-0 after 6 innings. The Mets scored 6 in the 7th, 3 in the 8th. The Expos got 1 back in the 9th. I can't believe it. The Mets survive. Home runs in this game. In the 7th inning, David Wright, a 2-run homer, and Pete Alonso with a grand slam. Unbelievable. So the Mets win 9-7. I'm losing my shit right now. Winning pitcher, Roger McDowell. I'm a mess. I'm a mess right now. Roger McDowell with the win. He's 3-3. Bummer for the Expos takes the loss. He's 1-4. The save goes to Franco. Sixteenth save for Franco. My heart is beating right now. 15th homer for Wright. 17th homer for Alonso. One of the biggest moments in Utopian Mets history. For now, we're gonna know in a couple minutes if this means anything. All right, I'm actually, my heart is beating real fast right now. Unbelievable. Mets win 9-7. Okay. So now, Danny Pearson, Nationals, Red Sox. Now, there is so much riding on this right now. If the Red Sox win this game, the Blue Jays and Red Sox are tied heading into tomorrow. If the Nationals win, the Blue Jays will clinch at least a share of the East, and the Nationals will clinch the second wild card, which would eliminate the Mets. So, Danny, here we go. Danny's going to pick a date here. Oh, it'll kill you. The suspense will kill you, Greg. So I think Greg says he's shitting his pants. All right. Danny picks September 12th, 1974. Where's my spreadsheet? There we go. September 12th, 1974. A date we have not used yet. All right. Here we go. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous right now. Okay, so all right, Danny, here we go. We're going to be friends either way. I need a number between 1 and 11. Nationals, Red Sox. Jordan Zimmerman versus John Lester. This is driving me crazy. You'll see a live reaction. For the Mets to make the postseason, I need the Nationals to lose this game. Number 2. All right. Nationals win. All right. Nationals win 3-2. Nationals make the postseason. So the Nationals clinch the second wild card. The Blue Jays will have a 1-game lead on Boston heading into tomorrow. So it means if Toronto wins tomorrow's game, they win the East, and the Red Sox would host the Nationals on Wednesday. If the Blue Jays lose tomorrow and the Red Sox win, they'll have a game 157 on Monday, and the winner of that game will win the East. The loser will host the Nationals. But the Nationals win tonight 3-2 on TBS. I'm a grown man who, this is make believe, but I'm still, no. Don't be sorry. Danny says, I'm my bad. Sorry for the roller coaster of emotions. No, I'm not sad at all. This is fun for me. Look, Erica Reynoso, if you're watching this right now, I made a promise to you that if the Nationals did good things this year, we'd get you back on the air. So I'm going to be reaching out to you tomorrow, and I'd like to get you back on the show. The Washington Nationals are going to the postseason. So to recap it here, the Red Sox scored first in the first inning. Jason Varitek had an RBI single. Then the game was 1-0 into the fifth. In the fifth inning, Daniel Murphy with an RBI double, and then Juan Soto with an RBI single. That made it 2-1. The Red Sox in the bottom of the sixth got a home run. I can't find it here. From Manny Ramirez that tied it at 2. And then in the 8th inning, Daniel Murphy with a sac fly. So that's the final. Nationals 3, Mets 2. I'm heartbroken, but I'm happy for the Nationals fans. I mean, this is again, it's a slice of fiction. I'm going to have fun bringing this to you the rest of the way, but the Mets season is over. Despite a very dramatic win tonight, very proud of this Utopian Mets ball club. They'll be back. Jordan Zimmerman goes the distance. He goes to 14-10. Losing pitcher John Lester, 14-9 on the year. Manny Ramirez hits his 14th homer. All right, so if you're just joining us now, the Washington Nationals winners tonight on Saturday night main event beat the Red Sox 3-2. Mets did their job. They won 9-7 in Montreal. They trailed by 6 after 6. Got a 2-run homer by David Wright and a grand slam by Pete Alonso. But the Mets season is over. The Phillies season is over. It's the Nationals in the wild card game. They're either going to go to Boston or Toronto. Toronto has a 1-game lead on Boston heading into tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be Whitey Ford versus Marcus Stroman in Toronto. And then we've got Steven Strasburg versus Smokey Joe Wood. This is actually really interesting because if it ends up Nationals Red Sox in the East, and if it ends up Padres Angels in the West, they're going to be facing each other, and they're playing each other right now. So they're going to finish their seasons, and it's possible that those 4 teams are going to stay in the same cities they're in to start the postseason. I don't think that's ever happened in Major League Baseball. If it has, I'm not aware of it. But this is what we know right now. In the North, the Reds won the West, or the North, and the Indians are going to host the Pirates on Wednesday. In the East, it's either going to be the Blue Jays or Red Sox winning the East. That'll be determined tomorrow. And it'll be the Washington Nationals traveling to either Toronto or Boston. And the West and South, we're going to actually determine that right now. So I don't know exactly how I want to do this. What we'll do, I'm going to give you the score of each game through 3 innings. Okay. And then we'll talk, we'll hang out, and then a little later I'll give you the score through 6, and then I'll give you the finals. So just to paint the picture here, just checking Twitter real quick here. All right. I take fantasy football seriously. I take this seriously. I'm a little upset the Mets lost, but happy for Nationals fans. It's going to be a great finish to the season. So here's where we stand right now. We'll do the West. If the Dodgers lose, the Padres advance to the postseason. If the Padres win, they advance to the postseason. Either way, the Angels are already in that wild card game. It hasn't been determined yet if the Angels will be at home or away. But let's get you an update in that Mariners-Dodgers game. And if you're just joining us now, the Nationals have clinched tonight. So we have 1 spot left. It's either going to be the Dodgers or the Padres. All right, so give me a couple minutes here, folks. I'm gonna just update the scores here real quick. All right. Just creating banners right now. We're going to update you on the 4 remaining games through 3 innings here. Greg will be right back. Daniel Murphy, the Cub killer, can't stand that guy. I loved him as a Met. I was actually, when it was decided, should we re-sign him? I didn't think we should because I didn't want to overpay for someone who had like basically just a hot month. But I'll always love Daniel Murphy. I think he retired recently, but. All right. Thank you for joining me tonight for the third ever Utopian All-Nighter. I know Greg Matarnowski's here. Danny Pearson's here. Greg Fokker just took a dump. He's back. So let's get you some scores. So we've got 4 games to report on tonight. We've already reported that Addie Joss has won his 20th game for the Indians. The Nationals have clinched a postseason berth by beating the Red Sox tonight. The Mets are winners. Unfortunately, the Mets season is over if you're a Mets fan. So we got a couple things to determine. We could potentially close out the West wild card tonight and the South Division series. So here we go. So these games are all after 3 innings. So after 3 in LA, the Mariners won and the Dodgers won. Again, Bazio and Valenzuela. Let's take a look at what's happened so far. In the top of the 3rd inning for Seattle. Interesting. Okay. Brett Boone hit an inside the park home run in the 3rd to lead off the 3rd inning. And then in the bottom of the 3rd, Ron Say with an RBI single. So that's where we stand here. 1-1 in the 3rd. I'm just typing in my spreadsheet here. All right, so that's where we stand. Mariners, Dodgers, 1-1. Dodgers have to win tonight. In the 3rd inning, Padres lead the Angels 2-1. If the Padres win, it eliminates the Dodgers, and then the Padres would advance to the postseason. So let's take a look at that score. In the top of the 2nd inning, there was an interesting play. The pitcher, Randy Jones, hit a ground ball. There was a force out at second, and then the throw to first base ended up scoring 2 runs. So a 2-run error by the second baseman, Bobby Grich. So that's how the Padres took the lead in the 3rd, or in the 2nd, 2-0. And then in the bottom of the 3rd, Tim Salmon with an RBI groundout. So that's where we stand right now, 2-1 Padres. So now let's take a look at the Bulls and Astros from Houston. Houston leads this one 2-1 in the 3rd. These teams are separated by 1 game. Durham trails Atlanta by 1 game. In the bottom of the 1st inning, Jeff Bagwell homered, his 34th of the year. He trails Bryce Harper by 2. And then Ken Caminiti hit his 15th homer. So the Astros led 2-0. And then in the top of the third inning, Dwight Evans hit a homer. So that's where we stand. 3 solo homers in this game as the Astros lead 2-1 in the third. And then in Texas, the Braves and Rangers, they are scoreless through 3. Again, Phil Niekro versus Charlie Huff. Each team, it looks like, has one. Each team has 1 hit, it looks like. And again, if the Braves win, they win the South. If the Bulls lose, the Braves win the South. If both teams win, separated by a game. If both teams lose, separated by a game. And if the Bulls win and the Braves lose, they're even with 1 game left. So that's where we stand right now. So we're going to take a little break from the updating of scores. If you want to give me a couple minutes, I'm going to freshen up on my drink. Thanks for being here on the Utopian All-Nighter. We're 90 minutes in. Probably going to go at least another 90. I still have 2 viewers. That's always good. So we'll be back in a couple minutes. Let me make sure my pants are fully pulled up so that I don't embarrass myself tonight. There we go. All right. Thank you for your patience as I got a beverage. You're watching the Utopian All-Nighter. Greg Focker's here. Joey Buchholz is here. Greg trying to make friends here in this chat room. We've got some comments here on the book faces. Okay. So where we stand right now is the Washington Nationals are the third playoff team in the East. They will be the road team on Wednesday for the East Division wildcard game. The only thing that hasn't really been decided yet is the West second wildcard. And then we have to determine the South and the East Division championships. So we're going to do that. One of them tonight. The East will be decided, or one of them possibly tonight. The East, based on today's results, will be decided tomorrow. The Blue Jays and the Red Sox both lost today, so the Blue Jays lead by a game. So that'll be determined tomorrow. So right now, each of the last 4 games is in the 4th inning. In about 10 minutes or so, we'll get you scores from the 6th inning and update you guys. Greg and I play each other in fantasy this weekend. Which league, Greg? Are we in the Keeper League? I believe you're 2-0, right? And I'm 2-0. That needs to be respected by the non-2-0 teams. How can I get on live? Greg, do you want to be on? You want to be on the camera? I'll send you an invite right now. I can't take your call, so you got to figure this out on your own, but I'll send you an invite. If you can figure this out, we'll get you on the TV show. All right, so Greg, I just sent you an invite. Hopefully you can figure that out. We'll get you on camera. Do not call me because I'm doing my show from my phone. So I'm not going to take your call. If that makes me a bad friend, then tonight I'm a bad friend. But let's get you updates here. Again, through 3 innings, Mariners and Dodgers 1-1. If the Dodgers lose, their season's over. Padres lead the Angels 2-1 in the 3rd. If they win, the Dodgers season's over. Padres would advance. Would play the Angels on Wednesday. Astros lead the Bulls 2-1 in the 3rd. Bulls trail the Braves by 1, and the Braves and Astros scoreless. Let me edit that though. It's not in the 0 inning. It's 0-0 in the 3rd. About 10 minutes or so, we're going to get you scores from the 6th inning. There we go. So I'm going to make some notes here. How's everyone's weekend? Hope you're having a great weekend. I'm having a fantastic one myself. I was supposed to get a bed today. I got an alert when I woke up this morning at like 6 a.m. It said my bed was coming today. And thank you to everyone that contributed to that. I love you all. I did not get that bed today, so I'll be sleeping on the couch at least one more night, as Phil Collins said in 1980-something. Please give Phil Collins just one more night. One more night. One more night. Because I can't, or Phil Collins can't wait forever. I can wait. I've got time. I'll just sit here and watch WWE. I'll catch up on some taste buds. But Phil Collins can't wait forever. But, you know, I could wait. I can wait. You know, I'm a patient guy. So I'm just checking my email here. Again, we'll update you on some scores here shortly. You're watching Joey check email live on Facebook and YouTube. Compelling television, ladies and gentlemen. The Mets season is over. It's over. It's over. Greg says he can join on his other phone, so he's trying to figure that out. So again, the latest email I have from Walmart says my bed is arriving today. Well, there's only 78 minutes left in today, so I don't think it's going to happen. It actually says it's still in Romeoville, Illinois. So I guess I'll just wake up tomorrow with another message. I don't know if FedEx delivers on Sunday, but I guess this will be the last time I check it tonight. So we're going to work. All right. So Greg cannot join us tonight. My apologies for all the members of the group that are now going to leave the group. Greg will not be joining us tonight, but we're going to chat with him tonight. Greg, hope you're doing well. Maybe at some point in the 2022, we'll see a Brewer game together, like the old times. Maybe you can pick a fight with Brad Boxberger. All right, so we're going to update you on getting sixth inning scores from LA, Anaheim, Houston, and Texas. All right, so in the sixth inning, after 6 innings, the Dodgers now lead the Mariners 3-2. So they need this game. So we'll get you updates here. Brett Boone, who had that inside the park homer in the third, adds an RBI single in the fifth to give the Mariners a 2-1 lead. And then in the bottom of the fifth, Corey Seager with an RBI triple, and then Fernando Valenzuela with an RBI single to give the Dodgers a 3-2 lead. Invite me as Greg Marinowski. I can't do that. I just I can send a link to your Greg Marinowski messenger if that's what you're asking me to do. I can definitely do that. So let me figure that out.
Can you hear me? Shit. Oh, Oh, shit. How come I can't hear you?